نرحب بضيفنا في الاستديو المؤسس والرئيس التنفيذي لشركة انرجي انترتينمنت، ضيفا عزيزا لنتحدث ونستكشف معا خارطة طريق قطاع الفعاليات في ظل التحولات الراهنة التي تمر بها المنطقة. بينما يعيد رأس المال تعريف وجهات الاستثمار، نناقش اليوم كيف يمكن اقتناص فرص النمو في سوق المعارض، وأيضا ما هي الاستراتيجيات الحاسمة التي يجب أن تتبعها الشركات وأيضا المستثمرين في هذا التوقيت المفصلي. أهلا ومرحبا بك معنا سيد تايلر ديفيس سميث.
شكرا. thank you.
كيف أثر الوضع الجيوسياسي الحالي أو ما تمر به المنطقة حاليا من أوضاع على قطاع الترفيه؟
I think we have to be very honest about this, and we have seen mass postponements and mass cancellations of certain events. As I said previously, primarily it's postponements, which is a positive sign, but it has impacted business. We have probably seen as a business 75% of our revenue drop, which brings with it challenges, and we need to, work through them. On the plus side, what we are seeing is a number of RFPs being released by the government. We are seeing a number of kind of things from Q4, the back end of the year, potentially being released earlier. So we are hopeful that the kind of regional market will get back as quick as it possibly can. And I think that the international market will then need to follow that. But we will set the trend by seeing safety, seeing large-scale delivery here in the UAE from the regional market. And then it will grow and grow and grow.
سيد تايلر، ذكرت مسبقا أن هناك تأجيل أو لبعض الفعاليات. كيف يمكن أن يؤثر ذلك مستقبلا؟
So absolutely, you have to think about what is happening in the future. Obviously, I have members of staff that have families, and we need to ensure their job security. So from an energy entertainment standpoint, right now, that we are not looking at any redundancies or loss of jobs, because it is our true belief that things are going to be back where we expected, potentially even busier in the kind of last quarter of the year. Lots of our events that were postponed, they already said, okay, we will be in October, we will be in November, we will be in September, which means that we could be in for a busier period at the back end of the year than we've ever been. And we already know that that period in itself is a very busy period in the event industry. So it will be really interesting to see if all of these events do happen in Q4. It's going to be a crazy busy time, and we look forward to it.
سيد تايلر، كيف تقومون في انرجي انترتينمنت بإدارة وتخطيط الفعاليات والمعارض في ظل تصاعد التوترات في المنطقة؟
I think when we are looking at risk management, it comes in a couple of different forms. I think it comes financially, but then I think it also comes from a safety perspective. And both of those go hand in hand, because when a client is looking and thinking, am I going to put this event on? Is this event going to go ahead? Somebody needs to put money into it. And they need to be assured that if they are putting their money into it, they are not going to lose their money. So I think that there needs to be frameworks in place, and I think there needs to be understanding from all parties in this, so that we can ultimately work together with our clients. So from our standpoint at Energy Entertainment, we would understand that there may well be a postponement. This may happen again. And what we would do is work with the client rather than saying, their money is gone. So I think the risk, it really starts there. People need to work both sides. From a safety perspective, there's recently been new government legislation in terms of safety at events, and that is going to play a big part in things. We have to make sure that people are safe going to events. Luckily in the region, it's something that is it's at the forefront of people's minds. And I think that we will continue to see that grow. And I think that with the elements of safety and the economic impact, I think we will bring the event industry back stronger.
عادة سيد تايلور في أوقات الأزمات يتغير سلوك المستهلك أو حتى الجمهور. هل لاحظتم أي تغيير في إقبال الجمهور أو حتى في تفضيلات الترفيه عند الجمهور في أوقات الأزمات؟
I think initially there was a small amount, but I think that the appetite for people to attend events is already coming back. Just recently, Energy Entertainment had the pleasure and privilege of delivering some entertainment at the Dubai World Cup under the patronage of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, who was there in attendance. I think the leadership have done a fantastic job in ensuring the safety of us throughout all of this. And I must say, I've been here, I feel safe, and I am looking forward to delivering bigger events again. I think absolutely, there has been a moment for it, but it is coming back and people really want to. The appetite is huge. And I think that we will see audience behaviours grow again.
ما الذي يجب أن تفعله الشركات والمستثمرين الآن في هذا التوقيت؟
So the honest answer is just to wait. I think that we always see a summer slowdown in the UAE. That is natural. It happens every year without the current geopolitical situation. What do we do in that time? Mm-hmm. Well, I think from our standpoint at Energy Entertainment, what we are doing is investing in our team, the growth and training internally. We are investing in our systems and processes to ensure that they are better when we come out of this. And we will ultimately be looking to respond to as many RFPs as possible. And the positive is that we are seeing lots of these RFPs come out. Mm-hmm. So with that in mind, I think it's a positive outlook. It's a case of just wait for now, trim your costs as much as possible, review all of your internal processes, invest in your people and your team, and be ready for when it comes back.
إلى أي مدى يمكن أن يكون الاهتمام بالفعاليات الرقمية أو حتى الهجينة خيار بديل في أوقات عدم اليقين أو في أوقات الاضطرابات أو حتى التوترات؟
I think that it became such a huge part of the event industry during COVID-19. Digital hybrid events was happening everywhere. The difference with this is that this is ultimately a regional situation, not a global situation. So I don't see the rise in digital or hybrid events. And I think that people still long for personal connection and live experiences. And you only have to walk around the UAE right now. There are still people out in the streets. There are still live events happening. There are people at restaurants, the shopping malls. There are people there. So I don't think we need to go back into that digital and hybrid world. Personally, I didn't enjoy it. And I don't think that, whether it be the kind of MICE industry, the corporate events and networking, when you are on a digital call, you can't have that moment outside with somebody. Yeah, you can't sort of feel anything, no. So I think that there's no need for it to come back. I think that personally, live events will come back as we know them.
كيف ترى مستقبل قطاع الترفيه في المنطقة خلال السنوات القادمة؟
I think it will only grow. We are obviously in a current geopolitical pause, let's say, but I think that that's the key of this. It is a pause, not a stop, which is what we've seen. We've seen our events postpone, not cancel. And I think that in itself gives everybody hope. We only have to look at how the region has grown from previous, whether it be the financial crash, whether it be COVID. the UAE grows out of these situations, and it is my belief that we will see, continued growth towards the back end of this year into next year as well.
نريد تعريف شركة إنرجي انترتينمنت متى تأسست، نريد معرفة التوسع الإقليمي لها، ما أهم الفعاليات والمعارض التي قمتم بتنظيمها، ما التحديات التي واجهتكم وما إلى ذلك.
So personally, I've been working in the region for over 10 years, and Energy Entertainment was founded as a kind of homegrown UAE company founded in Dubai. We initially started as an entertainment company where we support event agencies with delivery of special projects, talent booking or show control. So we focus on the show element of events. Over time, we've grown and grown, delivering larger shows, so working with key government clients, people like Expo City Dubai. We've worked, recently we just delivered the President's Cup closing ceremony in Abu Dhabi. So delivering high-profile, large-scale shows in the UAE. Alongside that, we've grown and we've expanded into Saudi Arabia. So we've opened up office and license in Saudi Arabia. As we sort of spend a lot of time growing and cultivating the Middle East event market. It's obviously right now we are at a time of crisis, but Energy was founded during COVID, which in itself was a time of crisis. But it is my personal belief that during crisis there is opportunity, and the opportunity that I had the time, the resource to sit and think about what the next steps, what I wanted to do. So I opened Energy then, and we can take some of those learnings into today's current situation as well, because it is most definitely a time of opportunity. We're very optimistic for the next stages of Energy Entertainment as we look to grow at the back end of this year.
سيد تايلر ديفيد سميث، أشكرك جزيل الشكر على حضورك اليوم معنا في إيران بزنس وعلى وقتك الكريم.
Thank you. شكرا.
Thank you.